Okay, so today, guys, I want to teach you some strategies that you could use when you're comparing fractions. The first one that we're going to use is called a benchmark strategy, where we're going to use 0, 1/2, and 1 to help us compare. You may remember seeing these while we were in school. These are called fraction bars, and there's a great resource that I'm going to show you and share with you so that you can use it on your own. This is what the resource looks like. It's actually really neat because you can interact with it as you see me doing now and build your own work. So when you're comparing fractions, let's say to the half, okay, if we were saying, let's say 4/6, so we need 4 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4/6, which is greater? Which takes up more space? The 1/2 or the 4/6? And as you'll see, the 4/6 is greater than the 1/2. So that's how you can compare something to the 1/2. You can compare it to the 1, or you can compare it to nothing. And this is going to be a resource that I'm going to have linked for you so that you can use. So we did this activity in class, but I want to try it together with you. So let's pull out a number, 4/8. So we need to figure out, is 4/8 equal to 1/2? Is it equal to, or excuse me, less than 1/2, or is it greater than 1/2? So let's go build 4/8 on that website that I showed you. So 4/8, we'll find the eights right here. We're going to do 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it wants to know, is it less than, equal to, or greater than 1/2? So let's compare it to 1/2. Oh, what do you guys see? Yes, exactly. 1/2 is actually equal to 4/8. You can see they take up the same amount of space. So we could put that over or right here in equal to. Let's try another one. 1/4. Is that less than 1/2, equal to 1/2, or greater than 1/2? So let's go back here and build it. We'll keep up the half since we'll compare it to that. And they want us to put up 1/4. Ooh, is 1/4 equal to? No. Is it greater than? Does it take up more space? No. It's less than 1/2. Okay, and so that's how you use the fraction bars to help you compare fractions to the half, the 0, the whole, using those benchmark numbers. Okay. The next strategy that I want to show you is how to do it using a number line. We did this in class as well, but the number line, what you'll do is you will just segment off the line 0 to 1. I always like to put my half in here. And this one is 7/12 is where you're going to mark. So this denominator tells us how many segments there's going to be. So we're going to need to cut this into 12 pieces. And you can see that they did that down here. And then to find the fraction on the line, we check the numerator, which is a 7, and we would go here to the 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right here. And if we were comparing that to the 1/2, we would say that 7/12 is greater than 1/2. So another way using the number line, we could ask ourselves is 1/2 greater than, less than, or equal to 3/4? So as you can see here, to create the 1/2, this was kind of easy. We just had to split the line in half and color up half of it. Then the 3/4 meant that we had to split our line into 4 sections, and we had to color in 3/4 worth of it. So 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. And as you can see, and this is something you guys got to remember from class, remember the alligator eats the bigger number. So looks like 3/4 is a bigger fraction because it's closer to the 1. So we're going to write 3/4 is greater than 1/2. All right, and the last strategy that I'm going to show you is the model strategy. Model is just a fancy way of saying that they're using a picture. And I like this because I'm a visual learner and I like to see it. So as you can see here, we have an area model and a set model. Over on the left-hand side in the area model, you can see that there are two squares that are the same shape, but they're cut into different sections. So this one is cut into halves because there's only 1, 2, and this one's cut into fourths. So if we were looking at our fractions, we see that this is 2 sections, so that's our denominator. One of them is colored in, so that represents 1/2. Over here, we see 4 sections, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's our denominator. And 1, 2, 3 of them are colored in. And so which is more colored in, this area or this area? Exactly, 3/4 is greater than 1/2. If you're looking at the set model, we can do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tells us that's our denominator because that's how many pieces there are. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are shaded in, so that's our numerator. And down here, they're using triangles instead of squares. There are 6 of them, and only 3 are colored in. So looking at that, we could tell that there are more pieces colored up here than there are down here. So we know that 5/6 is greater than 3/6. When you go off and practice today, you'll get a chance to use all of these strategies. You can use this fraction strips to also help you when you're using your benchmark strategy. I hope this was helpful.